In this video, we're going to be covering the gradebook. When you get into your site, you're going to want to set up your gradebook before you start collecting grades and adding assignments. To get into your gradebook, you'll click on the gradebook link, and then the first thing you're going to want to do is establish gradebook settings. Click on the Settings tab, and then go through each of these items in order to establish the settings based on your preferences for your class. For example, if you're going to be entering grades for each individual item as points, leave this option as points, and if you're going to be grading items using percentages, please make sure to mark percentages. With grade release rules, you have the ability to determine whether or not students see their grades either by item as you grade them, in addition to the final course grade that you can choose to display as it is updated, or you can choose to wait until a time like the midterm or the final to let your students see their final calculated grade. I think it's a great idea to show them the calculated grade if you're going to be keeping up with it throughout the semester. Next, you have the option to choose categories and weighting. If you are not going to be using categories in your class, do not change the setting. However, if you plan to use categories, you do have a choice of using only categories or selecting categories and weighting, where you can not only add categories, but you can assign a percentage so that each category is weighted differently towards the final grade. We'll go ahead and do that for our example today. We'll add another category. So because I've established 50% for tests, everything else must equal 50% for a total percentage of 100. Your grades in terms of categories must all add up to 100% if you're going to use the categories and the weighting. So now we have 100%, and the only setting left is our grading schema, which determines what a letter grade is actually equal to with regard to a student's final grade. Once we're done here, we can save our changes and note that everything has been updated successfully.